Please silver. Please silver. Oh, I want silver. Yeah!
Hi.
Screw this game! Please don't. Please don't. Oh my god!
What is up everyone, this is Hayden Games back for another video, and today we're doing another reaction story read video to another one of the Minecraft Band Adventure Life fan stories from Craftnix's Discord server. So we're checking out a couple of stories from Shadow today. We did read one of her stories on her OC when forgetting the title. Now, crap. Night Warrior's Return. Night Warrior's Return, that was what I was thinking of. So, we did read that with the prologue as well as chapter 1. So today I'm going to be reading a story called Sing, O Muse of the Fall of Luna. This could be a dark story. And she's only ever posted like the first episode, like she hasn't actually gone and posted like stuff as she went. It seems like she's written a lot of most of the story but in private, and she hasn't really posted anything more past episode 1. So maybe she's planning to post the remainder in one go, or just spread out periodically while she works on other stuff. But we're going to read the episode 1 today. As the main point of this video was actually not to read this, but it was to instead read the duel, which is apparently on her OC. That'll be the main point of this video, but I did want to throw in the chapter 1 story while we're at it, so this video isn't too short. So let's get into this. So reading these two stories. If we can have like 5 likes on this video, great, appreciate it. As we get into this, I'm gonna be in for another freaking editing session now because of this. But hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm gonna try and record like multiple reactions. I'm just gonna shut up and get into this. Oh, these are fun, but they can be a hassle later. But anyway, let's get into this. Enough talk. Let's begin. I already read the title. Episode 1. Control. It was like the time slowed down. That feeling in the moment you know that you're dying. The inevitable event which will come to everyone. The feeling of your life slowly fading away as the world crumbles apart around you, disappearing into nothingness as your mind becomes one with the universe. The smell of death filled the air. Blood was everywhere in small ponds. Even body parts of innocent souls lay there as the result of the destructive ray the Lunarians caused. There, in all his evil glory, was the Chosen One, levitating as he observed the work of his slaves. On the ground, the warriors were held down by the Lunarian rings that tied their hands behind their backs. Pro opened his eyes, his vision blurred. His brain was heavy, painful, and he could feel that he was bleeding. Zed and his brother were unconscious, and Marco seemed half-conscious just like himself. Their battle was lost. They let everyone down. He gasped in painfully as he looked above him. Luna was in a telekinetic hold in the air, right under the Chosen One. She seemed to be knocked out too, with blood coming out of multiple spots. Okay, I have thought of a different voice for the Chosen One. Like, I still want to kind of do the Turles voice for like his normal form, but I'm kind of tempted to start doing a Goku Black Rose for his Lunarian aura state. And screws him also. I don't know why I threw that out in the reaction, but yeah. So I'm going to try and test that out because I'm assuming he's in aura mode. We're going to test that out on this reaction. She put up a good fight, the Chosen One smirked as his face turned cold. Unfortunately, she was stupid to trust the amount of training she had. So, you dare Pro coughed out blood as he tried talking. This filthy hybrid, he snickered. She'll be disposed of. Suddenly, Luna's head lifted up slowly, her eyes only slightly open. She was more unconscious than awake, but she could make out sounds of the unnerving smell of blood. She had no more energy. It was like her body was out of control. Her control. Well, well, well. Look who decided to wake, a voice above her said. Luna didn't pay attention to that. Instead, her blurry vision switched to 5 men laying on the ground. Hunters were out, Trace and Bob as well, and her fiancé. She wanted to scream, but her vocal cords were not in her control. Not even her mind was anymore. Her body painfully straightened, a hiss leaving her. Her broken arm, leg, and some ribs were taking a toll on her like this. She shook with pain as the chosen one snickered behind her sadistically. Pro's eyes were filled with rage as he had to watch his wife-to-be suffer like this, while he could do nothing. Now, the chosen one closed his eyes, focusing. Let's first end some things. Then Luna felt it. Her hand was being lifted against her will, along with her other one. Her mind raced as she realized what was his plan. Oh god, here we go again. Me trying to do female impressions. Ah! You know what? If I can figure out something, maybe I could simulate a custom voice with Luna Pick. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to do my normal voice just in case, but I might be able to get a custom voice to do, because I have seen some features in Lunapic when it comes to, not Lunapic, CapCut. Why did I say Lunapic? It was CapCut. That you can apparently do like AI script writing or something like that. I've seen a couple of those sorts of like AI sort of things. I might try that for this, but I do not take credit for it if I do that. That is fully AI, that is not my own voice, and is not someone else's real voice. So, if I do put that in. Focus, Luna. You need to stop him. Luna shook with even more pain as she did everything in her power to gain control of her arms back. The chosen one's eyes turned cold as she tried to stop him from taking her ring off. A small tingle of surprise went through him as he felt Luna's own will slowly stop his power. How is this possible? Keep his expression emotionless. I put those two together somehow. Pro watched in terror, but a slight bit of hope flashed in his eyes as he saw her. Luna was fighting to assert control of her own body again. Her hand shook repeatedly as if she refused to move it to remove the custom-made silver ring filled with green aura. The chosen one's eyes slightly wide in surprise. No one has ever been able to fight his control. Oh. I think that's Pro. Pro's fault. I was confused. No one has ever been able to fight his control like that. But a woman must anyway. This. He narrowed his eyes as he used his other technique. Suddenly the ring exploded, a scream leaving Luna at her burning hand. I'm not going to do the gasps anymore. I'm just going to do sound effects. I'm not going to try that again. I tried that on the Shadow video. I'm not doing that again. Tears filling her eyes. The ring that Pro himself designed and made, proposed with it to her, was now turned to nothing. The chosen one opened his now fully magenta eyes, and Luna's flashed the same color with a gasp in her mouth. Her body went limp. It was obvious that now he used way more power than the first time. He was in her mind. At least you'll be useful for one thing, the chosen one said, lowering Luna to stand straight on the ground as if she was ready to battle. Release them, he ordered, and the hunters and bandits were free from their magic circles. Pro lifted his eyebrow in surprise, sensing a dangerous game approaching. Oh, here we go. I read a little bit ahead. Luna, the Chosen one called out, and to Pro's fear she answered. Yes, my lord. That was not Luna. That was sadistic and power-hungry arsehole that was also her grandfather, who was now controlling all of her. Kill them. Okay, so I think this first chapter was more of a tease of what's to come, or this first episode was a tease of what's to come for this story, and I did enjoy reading this prologue, but it's going to be interesting to see how this goes from here. This story is a few months old, so there has been a couple of episodes released since then, so things could possibly adapt to a story, but at the same time, this is far down the road with like after all the training and stuff. So there's a chance that nothing will probably change, but this could get dark and really interesting. So yeah, I enjoyed reading that first part. Let me now find the duel. Oh, whoops. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's read this other one. This isn't massively long, so I should be able to get this done in the next 15 minutes to make up for a half-hour long video. So let's get into this. The story is simply just called The Duel. Warning: mentions of blood and murder. Okay. Dead, eerie silence filled the long hallway of the royal palace. 3 Nightsians stood there, 2 on one end and 1 on the other. The tension was immediate, uncomfortable, and suffocating. Okay, so this is must be the one that that's on the right. Yeah, on the one separate from the other 2. So I don't know how to do the voice currently. It's because I don't know who that is. So I'm just going to assume. I'm going to just do my normal voice. Well, look who it is. Sneered. Glaring at the 2 Nightsians. What are you doing here? Photos asked, her bright purple outline of eyes narrowing. I didn't want to miss my own coronation. Your coronation? Shadow is here to be coronated. You blew your chance. Why you even think talking? This is between me and her. Her eyes shifted to Shadow, but it seems that she has no words to say, like usual. I have plenty to say, Shadow finally voiced. Just not to you. Not anymore. Oh, not to worry. Words won't be needed for this. What? Shadow immediately dodged the upcoming attack, pulling his Ivadas with her as the small wood battle axe stuck on the doors behind them. Shadow's green eyes slowly moved to believing that she even dared to pull out a weapon in the palace. Oh, so... Okay, you know what? I'm probably just gonna cut out that dialogue I did for this mysterious person, and I'm just gonna replace it with an AI voice if I can. If not, you'll have to hear my male voice attempting that. God damn it. Grinned, knowing that this wasn't going to be easy. Well, I'll be damned, Shadow muttered. What's the big idea? Okay, I don't know if I want to do a deep voice for this mysterious character or a lighter one. I'm just gonna go with my Isa voice I gave her for in G the Gamer story. I think that'll do, but although Shadow can correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments if she imagined her voice being a bit different. The obvious, stated, her face turning cold. A duel, you versus me. The strongest will arise and take the title of the ruler of this realm. It was meant to be mine in the first place, but you had to intervene. Anger grew as she spoke, and Shadow could feel the uneven rhythm in her aura. This wasn't going to end well. Ruler, Shadow said, shaking her head for a second. The title is the Protector. No one will rule except for their majesties. And what did I do to intervene? I'm not gonna. I tried to do a yelling voice of Isa on my video. I'm not gonna try that. If AO voice can do it, then you probably heard it, but I'm not gonna try doing an angry female voice. No. Yelled out in anger, glaring at Shadow. But now, you'll pay your debts to me. You know that duels between nations end in death, right? Oh. That sounded a bit too forced. You know that duels between nations end in death, right? Shadow asked carefully, her emotion guarded, even though she hoped this wouldn't go the way it was unfolding. Vados was next to her, tense. I know. Grinned sadistically. That is why you will die today, here and by my hand. What happened between us? Shadow thought carefully, studying the Nightshian. Once one of her closest friends. Once upon a time, Shadow, Vados, and were inseparable. For decades they were friends. They fought together. They laughed. But time is priceless. It changes, and changes others with it. Who were you yesterday, and who are you now? For the first time ever, Shadow didn't want to fight. Not her. The coronation is in 30 minutes. If you want this, then so be it. But the Emperor must be aware, or else I refuse. Who said that you have a choice? Said, a sadistic smile creeping slowly on her face. You will fight, and you will lose. Better get it over with soon, don't you think? Vados grew her teeth, her hand glowing as she swung it, but Shadow caught her wrist, the aura disappearing. Vados looked at her appealed, but said nothing as she lowered her hand. She knew she shouldn't intervene, but she could never let this disrespect towards Shadow slide. One day, she would repay this. Please go to their majesties and let them know this, Shadow whispered, tones diodic. What is that word? Bro, I've never heard of that word! Stock? It's not stock. It's stoic? That's... Hold on. Okay, well here's the definition. A person... Oh, okay. So who can endure pain and hardship without showing their feelings or complaining?
Stoic.
Stoic! Oh my god. Okay. Her tone's stoic as ever. Okay. Tell them that I agree on this, and then I'll pay the price for this later. With a hurting look towards her best friend, Vados nodded, and went into the grand room. So apparently, Shadows does look different in her Nyxian state, Nyxian state, compared to how she looks in the overworld or the normal Minecraft dimensions that the bandits reside in. So, and she has and the actual IRL Shadow is apparently going to be doing some fan art on that. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see what the Nyxian Shadow looks like. But anyway, it's carry on. Still got a little bit to go. The only sound filling the arena were footsteps of two competitors, now walking slowly up to the stage, towards each other. Both weapons in their hands, they waited for the Emperor and the Empress to arrive, and start the duel. Thousands of Nyxians gathered in the giant arena, all eyes on the two. This was the first duel in decades, and boy, they were sure intrigued. Small chatter could be heard everywhere, but it was mostly tension that filled the air. The doors of the arena opened, and two knights entered. Attention, their majesties! They both yelled out at the same time, standing aside and bowing down. The Emperor and Empress walked in, and everyone lowered their heads down. Today was supposed to be your coronation, Shadow. The Emperor addressed her directly, and Shadow looked up at him. And just because I value you, I will allow this. If this ever occurs again, you know what the consequence will be. Yes, Your Majesty. she answered, looking back down before she looked at. She was gripping her battle axes, her breathing quick as if she was eager to just attack. Shadow could feel the uneven flow of her aura, and she knew that her emotions would get in the way of her fight. So she is going to fight whoever this friend of hers and Vardo's is. Okay, here we go. Begin. A millisecond later, Shadow's cipher and battle axe collided, a big wave of energy emerging from it, shaking the arena. A growl escaped, and they separated, jumping back. She let out a snarl, swinging her battle axe while powering up aura and it's coming towards Shadow in a quick jump. Shadow dodged, jumping over an aura ball gathered in her hand, creating a shield around her as sent aura shots coming at her like arrows. Every time attacked, Shadow only dodged. She never sent an attack back, which angered her opponent.
What the hell are you doing?
Snarled as she made her battle axes disappear, charging on into both in both of her hands as she fired a blast towards Shadow. This time she had to counter, creating a blast of her own that collided with another wave of energy shaking the arena.
Fight back!
Shadow neutralized the blast, looking at her opponent as they both steadied their breaths. I don't want to. What happened between us kids? Oh, I think Shadow has talked about Kira's before, I think. That name seems familiar. I think she has mentioned that name before. I just can't remember when or what it was for. But I believe that I have heard about that before. What happened? What happened? Kira's let a snarl charging towards Shadow with a powered up hand. Shadow blocked the hit on the last second with her own hand, but she let out a hiss. Again, it's kind of hard to imagine the fight because I don't know what their night-skin forms will look like. I'm just imagining Shadow's OC normal clothes right now, to be honest. So I don't. It's a bit. Again, it's tough to imagine, but I might be able to imagine it better once we get the art. And at the same time as well, I don't know if I'm gonna have this out before she makes that, because I might have to try something different for the thumbnail if that's the case. There's one of the ballots sliced on her arm. Shadow kept away Kira's with a powerful blow on her other hand on her chest, sending an attack for the first time since the duel started. Blood slowly trickled down her left arm, her eyes studying Kira's.
It was supposed to be me! Me!
She yelled out, pointing her battle axe to Shadow.
I was supposed to be on top. I was supposed to be number one. They should bow down to me, not you. I worked for...
I'm not gonna go any higher than that! No. They just had to not hear that. An outburst of power exploded around Kira as she spoke the last sentence. She was letting her emotions control her.
Have you forgotten about your crimes?
Shadow said back, earning an enraged look. And if you weren't so power-hungry, you would have never made a deal with...
Shut up!
Kira yelled out, charging at Shadow with axes like a madwoman. It was a super move, easily predictable. Shadow used that weakness, dodging to the side as she kicked Kira in her abdomen hard. Oh, damn. Kira's choked out at the sudden lack of oxygen, but she wasn't prepared for the next aura-powered blow that came to her face, knocking her off her legs as she fell to the stage floor. She choked out blood as her head spun. What was going on? She choked on the words.
We're this strong. We're at the same level.
Anger fueled her words.
What have you done?
After you separated yourself from me and Vardo's, I trained differently than I used to. I saw it as coming from you, Karis.
You don't know me.
Kira's hissed out, jumping back on her feet.
You just wanted to take my place.
That's a lie, and you know it. I'm not going to try the yelling for Kira's. She growled, her aura exploding around her.
Every time words spit out of your poisonous mouth, I want to kill you more. So shut up and fight!
So be it. Shadow thought inside. Her light blue aura exploded around her and she charged at Kira's with speed she didn't see coming. She blocked a hit aimed at her head, but a powerful groan escaped her as Shadow struck her ribs, making them crack. Kira swung out with her axe, only for it to be kicked out of her hand with force from Shadow's scythe. Damn. Using the disadvantage Kira has, Shadow slapped her face to the side with the handle of her scythe, while grabbing her other wrist to prevent her from attacking from her other axe. Kira's head snapped back, her eyes full of hot rage, but Shadow quickly concentrated all into her forehead, headbutting her and sending her to the floor in a loud crash. The impact made Kira's head spin like crazy. Her head was pulsing and bleeding, and she looked up at Shadow as she stood over her with her scythe poised and positioned at her neck.
Kill her! Kill her!
The arena echoed with loud yells from other Nightshins. They all heard loud and clear what Kyrus wanted, and they didn't like it one bit. Right now, every individual wished for Kyrus to die, to be wiped off out of history, to get what she deserved, a punishment. Except for one. Shadow stared at her. Lifting her scythe, she prepared to slice Kyrus' head off. Kyrus looked back, breathing heavily as she waited for her life to end. The blow never came. Slowly, Kyrus opened her eyes, moving her head to the side to look at Shadow. Shadow's eyes were closed, her scythe lowered. I can't, she whispered, and the whole arena gasped. Standing still, no one dared to move. I can't kill you, Kyrus.
Why? Why?
I'm not gonna try. The yelling. I'm just gonna let AI take care of that if it doesn't, if I'm able to. If not, you won't be able to hear me say that. Shadow finally exploded, her voice full of venom and hurt, her sight pointed right in front of Kira's face. Silence.
You challenged me to a duel, knowing how it ends.
Shadow said in a cold tone.
You would have killed me without a care in the world, because of power. I was never a friend to you. I was just a ticket to a position that would grant you access to things that should never be in wrong hands. And your hands are wrong in every sense. And here I am, still unable to do the same to you.
Shadow whispered, making her scythe disappear as she turned away. Kira stood still for a few seconds before she grabbed her axe, swinging towards Shadow's neck. Shadow's hand flew out. She quickly turned around, sending an oil blast that burst against the arena wall with a loud impact. She dropped to the ground, coughing out blood.
You'll never learn, Kyrus,
Shadow said, watching her ex-friend as she struggled to support herself with her hands on the ground.
You humiliated me again.
Kyrus choked out in a weak voice.
You humiliated yourself.
Again, the scythe was above her head. Kyrus let out a chuckle, then laughed loudly.
You're a coward. I know you won't swing. You couldn't do it the first time. You can't do it now, she said, an arrogant grin on her face. If you don't, you'll be banished for breaking the vow.
And it clicked. That was the whole plan. No matter if Kyrus won or lost, she made sure that Shadow suffered somehow. If she died, her death would weigh on Shadow's consciousness for years. And now, if she breaks the vow, she'll be banished from the realm for however long their majesties decide. So be it. Kira's eyes flashed with momentary surprise before they lost their spark. Shadow's scythe shifted into her axe, slicing her neck in one swing. Oh my... I don't even know what to imagine that, but... I mean, I kind of did, but probably not as graphic as what it, should be. Oh my goodness. Her now lifeless body laying on the ground. Nightshins hollered in support, the arena was loud with yelling and celebrating. But Shadow was deaf for the rest of the world as she stared at the body of her ex-friend. Once a person she valued the most. A single tear rolled down her cheek, and in seconds, she disappeared from the court, ignoring the yelling from Shadows and the royalties. Nothing mattered at the moment when she grieved the friendship she thought was real. Oh my god! literally, my thoughts on the story just snapped instantly, like on a dime as soon as Shadow killed her. Like that was dark as all hell. Jeez, I can't remember when was it that the story took place again. It was one Earth year before Shadow came to the overworld. Yeah, so this was 1 year before the Night Warrior's return story. Oh my goodness. This was a dark read. I feel like, especially because it's in writing, I think I should... The fact I'm even considering about, like, even posting this now, like, I'm pretty sure I don't have to go that far, but, like, I don't think I need to age restrict it, but I'm in discussion with it. Anyway, this was a dark read, and both of these stories are, well, this one, the second Muse of Fall of Luna wasn't as bad, but both of these have potential to be extremely dark, so, but good. Like, the thing is that, though, I'm going a little bit off topic here, but there's not much nowadays where you actually see the sort of dark side of things, except we have seen some stuff here and there, but I guess it's mostly in, like, racing games I'm thinking of, where we used to have games like Most Wanted 05, Need for Speed, and The Crew is another good one. Unfortunately, that got shoved into the freaking nothingness now after the servers got shut down, unfortunately. But I guess in mostly racing games, like, we never see the sort of dark tone of the arcade racing games sort of thing now, unfortunately. Obviously, you don't want to add, like, some of the graphic stuff that's in this, but it's just a general, like, dark sort of story. We don't really see that much anymore. So to read something like this is always very refreshing to experience. So, great work, Shadow. I forgot to start it. I really enjoyed reading this. Read both of these stories. I'm intrigued on where the Fall of Luna is going to go, and I don't think this duel story is going to continue. There might just be a separate thing before the Night Warrior's return story, but I did enjoy reading both of these, and I can't wait to see what more you write, as well as the fan art you produce, which I don't know when this video is going out, but it might go out this weekend. But yeah, so hopefully I get to see some more fan art from you as well. I really enjoy your OC stuff, I really do. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my reaction and story read to this. This has been a little bit over half an hour, I think, and now I have a ton of editing to do. Great. But I enjoyed reading this and display my reaction to you for a video. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Make sure to follow me on Twitch. The link is down below in the description. The link to the to Craftnex's channel will also be down in the description, so you can get access to his Discord to read the story for yourself. Also post Shadow's channel link in the description as well. So yeah, I will see you in the next video or live stream. Goodbye!